Trying to reach JB. I think he's still alive. Um, Gonna keep trying here. There he is. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
How you doing?
All right.
Good. You're in the dark already. It's not. It's evening. You're witching hour in
Yeah.
Chicago. But you're sleeping, or you just have the lights off, JB?
Oh,
Oh, all right. Yeah. Who gives a fuck at this point? Right. But you look good. You always have the smile, man. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, the world's burning, so you're in the best spot, in my opinion, for sure. So yeah, I'm at my. Let me see. I'll get up a little bit. I think I've sent you some videos. I don't know if you click on them or not, but this is my little room here, my faculty apartment. So get out here. I'll show you. Try not to lock myself out. But I'll give you the it's a 1 minute room for a 1 minute tour, but it's pretty quiet. I think it's the like faculty as well as the upper grads in this building. So a pretty big hall here. Then I'm doing my laundry here, or doing my shoes because it gets so dirty here in China. So free laundry service. Of course, it's daytime here on the other side of the planet. So yeah, I'm in 603, and of course I inherited this. Right, I inherited the. I think it's the year of the dragon, right? I don't read any Chinese hardly. So that's that, and I got just a nice little bathroom, very rudimentary. My bathroom here. No kitchen, no kitchenette, but the food here is phenomenal. The only problem is I do have a refrigerator and a freezer, but I don't freeze anything. The only problem is in a sofa and then my bed that I was just laying in, and a nice little view of the. It's a very big university. So it's China Medical University. It's pretty reputable here in northeastern China. So I think more kids dorms, about 10 kid dorms, pretty big. Um, so the food here is great. You would love it. The problem is I don't. They have their own version of. It's like WeChat, which they own. The government owns. It's an application like what we're using, and I don't. I'm getting too old for that shit. I'm still cash. I still paying cash. So that's all they accept because the managers love that because it goes into one account and they don't have to worry about the workers stealing money, right? So that's why around the world, businesses like this, a cashless business, it's easier to automate or account for, I guess, right? But I don't use it. So there's it's like there's only a handful of restaurants still accept cash, so I get around it still. But so yeah, we'll see. So I'm still waiting on some issues. Yesterday I had to do more fingerprinting for the Peace Corps, but I think I did that. Fingers crossed. So then hopefully that will be in March, right? I think I told you in Armenia. So that would be unbelievable. That would be far out. That would be great. Right, a new experience. It's just the economy here is not performing at all, and I just think China had their time for 20 years. They become industrialized, so just cheaper labor's moving to Armenia to other more developing nations. So yeah, so that's about that. What's new for you? Are you are
everything
you
is fine,
are
man.
you running around the block now, or what's going on?
Yeah, nice roundabout. Yeah.
Is Schwarzenegger is Arnold coming in to do some reps with you, to do some workouts with you, JB?
Yeah, yeah.
What no, Sylvie was nice. So Sylvie's emailed me a couple times, and Lynn got back. So I guess they come out and see you once in a while, right? Or come over, I guess, from where they're at. Um, But yeah, this is it. What's the weather? I haven't checked your weather. Is it? It's not snowing yet, right? No,
No.
no. But yeah. So that's that, man. What are you watching? God, Jesus. Well, thankfully you don't live in a battleground state like eras for these presidential elections, right? Like the ones that are in between, the tweeners. Like, I guess I don't know what's up for grabs. I don't know, but I guess Arizona, like the Arizona's Ohio, so goes Ohio is always in the middle because it's got big rural and then big cities that are more democratic. But I don't know how people. I was talking to a couple friends back in the states, and they're like, I don't. I mean, it's talking about your mental health to just constantly be bombarded by advertisements of these political candidates that spend presidential political candidates that spend more money on this one on this one election than most gross domestic products of third world nations. It's insane. Right? I mean, they covet these people in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. They covet having this seat to be a president, right?
But it makes a big difference in the run,
Right.
Anyway,
No, I just find it pathetic. I find it like all that money could be divested to Americans or American infrastructure or bettering.
it should be, but that's the way it is. Yeah.
Right. No, no, yeah, and you will never going to change it. It's just, but it also goes to say like why, how much bizarre power that the president of the United States in that position holds throughout our world, right?
Right.
That's so much money. That's really bizarre. Like how and why that is, or why and how that is so. Um, yeah. So anyway, yeah, man. So let me see how it goes. With everything. But yeah. So I'm just got given up, unfortunately, ever seeing your sister again. She's gonna be 80, right, Carrie, in February?
Yeah.
Because you were 2 years older, right, Jamie, than your sister.
Yeah. 3 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's gonna be 80. Her 80th is gonna be in February, and I'd love to see her, but it's maddening to me that Florida, because of her mentality and her physically aggressive Alzheimer's dementia for 10 years plus, so combative to everyone, especially me, her only child, that I had no one around to visit. No one was coming to help me try to get Carrie help, my mom help. That and then I get falsely arrested because she's calling the cops every 2 minutes on everybody. But you're the visitor down in Florida, and these cops are just dipshits down there, just dumb fucks. To where now this guardian is using that as an excuse for me not to see Carrie, right? Like it's just bizarre, right? Like it was her, it was her mentality that I was trying to get help for, that they refused, and now they finally did it. Now she's secured in an open planned facility, a nice looking facility, to where amongst other people, to where I'm not in fear, that I was in fear, right? So but then he's like, so it's what I think is they just don't want her to be aggrieved, like me bringing up the fact that they sold the house, they sold everything, she's got that's what I think they don't want people, but she's, whatever. Like you say, it is what it is. But it's really unfortunate how, I mean, no other I don't know any other country that does that, Jay. That will steal away a sick Alzheimer's family member and prohibit family from seeing them. I don't know. I mean, this doesn't happen in China, in despotic, what we view as despotic countries.
I don't know how it all works out.
Yeah.
It should, for some, and not for the, anyways.
Right, but how
a
can a
bad thing.
government, like, it's just, I don't know how a government can prohibit and bar family from visiting a sick relative. It seems it's in the land of the free, right? It's mind bet. But that's America. We have more people in prison per capita, but we're the land of the free, right? We've had that discussion. So yeah. What's the latest? What do you do when you watch? I've asked you this a couple times. When you watch the news, like on the television, right? Because I only see you in the morning, and you weren't a morning person. You're just getting up. But when you do have the television on, do you watch like international, like CNN, more international, or do you watch Chicago local news?
A little bit of both.
Okay. Have you always done that? Because to me, you've always been more of a macro guy, more of a worldly guy than.
Well, both, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now, like, would you ever, like, if you were traveling and living abroad, like I am, would you always consider yourself or call yourself a Chicagoan?
Kinda, yeah.
You would, yeah, yeah. I still do, even though I'm homeless in the States. But I still, like that's my heart, sweet home, Chicago. I guess, for better or for worse. I mean, like I said, when I came to visit you over the summer, JB, I don't recognize half of it. I mean, there's some, regardless of just the demographics change, but buildings are changing. Everything changes all the time in Chicago. So I didn't recognize half of it. The L stays the same. They haven't invested. Wasn't that your buddy Little Richie? Didn't he make out with a lot of money and a contract with China, I guess, to redo the L trains? That never happened. So yeah. But the L's look the same. You're not missing much taking the L trains, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I'm writing. I'm trying to finish the first draft, right, of this memoir about Mom, about Carrie. Do you think, were there any times with you and Renee, your mother, and Louie, if you like, because they were together throughout your life, right? Throughout their, their marriage, right? They were married a long time. Do you think they were ever heartless to you? Heartless, like they didn't have any heart towards you, and whatever.
Well, I don't know if they did or not. I think they a little bit, but I always went my own way, so it didn't matter to me.
Yeah, you said that. But like, were there ever times where you thought, you asked them maybe for advice, or if you're in a tight financial spot or something, or whatever, or I don't know, Shannon, whatever like anything where you got a response from Renee and Louie, your parents, that you're like, holy shit, that's pretty fucking heartless, especially from parents.
Not that I can remember, no.
All right. Yeah, I'm including like so I've got this while we're talking. I'm going to be finishing this next chapter on Carrie being heartless, but part of it again is the book is in two halves. Menopause, right? Before Carrie was, I think, lighthearted and more jovial, and then after menopause, Jay, she just became a heartless, unsympathetic monster, really. So I'm trying to parse that out. Like I'm trying to, I'm not. Well, if there's any blame, it's blaming the disease, and then Alzheimer's, dementia that I think transformed her into being heartless. You understand?
I don't really know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You weren't. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know. I know. No one was around. It was just me and her in that big Florida home. She wouldn't let me drive. There's really no escape. You got to walk, a half mile to anything. And she was just really just unnecessarily aggressive, mean, violent, physically violent, obviously. Just bizarre, right? She needed help for. She needed what she is in now 5 years prior, at least. But that's the way it is. So. All right, man. Well, it's good to see. Are you eating well? I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every time I'm there, I was jealous. I wanted to eat off your plate, and then you don't even eat a couple bites. Do you what meal do you eat the most of at your facility at what's it called? I forgot your.
A little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit of both. Yeah.
But do you eat mostly? Your appetite is mostly in the evening.
Yeah, mostly the morning.
In the morning, Jay. I just came to see you about at least 10 times when I was there this summer. You didn't eat. I bought you White Castle breakfast sandwiches. You threw them away. So do you eat? You've got to eat something. When do you eat? Do you think your breakfast appetite is the strongest?
Yeah, more or less.
You do. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. How often are you going with Grubhub? Once a week or twice a week?
How often what?
Grubhub. When you order, you still order on Grubhub?
Oh, once in a while. Yeah,
All right.
once-
Well, that's
once-
great. That's great. That's great. All right, buddy. I love you. I'm in kind of a visa limbo here. So we had to get my marriage visa extended. The recruiters had said not a problem because there's just no foreign teachers here. There's still a demand, but no supply for whatever geopolitical, financial, whatever ways. But I'm here, so they said I didn't have to fly to Hong Kong. I could transfer the visa. So I've been here for 2 weeks. They do have military, right? It's a conscripted military here, right? So I think that's how these students get free or heavily subsidized college education. They have to do military training, right? And a lot of it's at the beginning of the school term. So that's one thing. But however, I haven't gotten my fall schedule yet because I don't think it's a big school, but they don't want me to work illegally. So now I've got to wait for this visa, this marriage visa, to come through, and then they've got to try to transfer it to a work visa. So, but I don't know. Hopefully, they're at least paying me because I've kind of been just ready to go, and I haven't been coaching online that much. So so that's that. But it's fast Wi-Fi, that's for sure. The 5G is pretty fast here when it comes to their internet service. So, all right. Well, is your good buddy the Trumpster? Is he going to debate Kamala Harris again, or what?
What's that?
Is your best buddy Donald Trump? Is he going to debate Kamala Harris again, or no? What's the news?
Oh no, he's talks a lot.
Well, if he does miraculously get reelected, and I don't hear from you November 3rd, I'll know you've offed yourself. Like you put the pillow over your own head to get out of it. But I just think, I don't know. I think the pendulum for a female, finally for us to have a female president, is very strong. Right? I think a lot more females are in tuned. A lot more females have more jobs than men now, right, in the States. So they have more skin in the game, right, to have it. Yeah, right, some more interest. Is that what you're thinking about her winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they're smarter.
They're smarter?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's my uncle. All right. Yeah, I somewhat agree with you. I don't know. Yeah. 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 All right, buddy. Well, I'll give you a call in a couple days then.
Will do.
All right. I love you.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye bye, Unc.
Okay.
Bye bye, JB. Bye bye. Bye bye.